Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As a little clue, advice, maybe you are aware of it, I just want to remind you, be mindful that here is a little, it's a competition. I don't want to say it's a war, because that would be more accurate, between those guys and us. And in between we have the media. And the media is not, it's not on our media are not on our side, as Motorhead song, God was never on your side. So yeah, those guys were on our side way tens or hundreds of years, but now no more. All right, so what am I talking about? Whenever those wizards are doing something stupid and things get not very good, you're going to find out that they try to distract your attention with something else. For instance, something happened somewhere, they start with the Chinese balloons, everybody's dead, and balloons, everything stops. Yeah, balloons, the Chinese balloon. Then there are other news that are just going to just ooze away. You don't hear about them. They kill the news. And that's not just a coincidence. Why? Just figure out sometimes when it's a big news somewhere and somehow these guys are silent. All of them. You find it somewhere if you really are, just insist on finding it. You're going to find it. They still allow us to have it. But you have to be very, waste some of your time. So in this case, we have a big news that I think is covered, not covered, but covered, you know what I mean? And hidden. And these guys are so silent about it. This is how they do it. They either don't cover it at all, or they cover it bang like this, and as it comes, it goes. Other pieces of news that they want to linger, they come over and over and they give you more information like, what the hell, I don't want to hear about this, Megan, whatever, and this and that, okay? But they still linger. What am I talking about here? Did you know that there was a spillage of a nuclear radioactive spillage in the United States of America? I found out, but not from the American news, because it was not coming as a suggestion on my news feed. But I found it from the evil Russians, who obviously have an interest on promoting this kind of news. But when that interest or the news fits me and it affects me, I don't care who gives me that news if it's, how should I put it, accurate. So in this case, I don't know if you heard about it, but I will tell you that there is a little spillage here. This comes from Sputnik, but I didn't find it only on Sputnik. All right, I'm going to show you this. Let's go here. So this is from NBC News. 2 hours ago, nuclear power plant leaks 400,000 gallons of radioactive water. This is what the Russians did 10 hours ago. But hey, an NBC News came 2 hours ago. And then we have Sahara reporters, Marietta Times. You see these guys. And this is what I found. I said, U.S. nuclear plant reveals facility spills. Pop. And with this one, that's the only thing I found here. I mean, probably if I view all, it's going to come more. But let's go back. I want to see this. If I go down here, I'm trying to find out, now we have here NBC 15. What is this? Let's see. Well, it's going to take some time. I don't have time for you. Here, I don't see the, how should I put it, the big news. This is what came first. No Reuters, I don't see here. I don't see Fox. I don't see CNN. I barely see these mofos. NBC News. Might be somewhere, This. What is this? ABC somewhere. WMT. Babu Boo in what? In China? Where is this? I'm trying to Associated Press right here. And Steve, I don't find it as the feed. And you say, well, the feed of your news come for whatever you look for. Well, I don't look for Meghan, whatever, Markle. I don't look for the other one, what's her name, many other things that I don't look, and they just show up over and over again. So believe me, I had to look for this. Well, just because Sputnik, I went into Sputnik and they showed me this. Otherwise, it was not Not a suggestion. When I go on the newsfeed, like here for instance, let's say I go to Yahoo, boom, boom, and I have Yahoo. When I go down here, bam, 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 like this, all kind of stupid news come, okay? Not the ones that I'm interested in. And I have to go into Sputnik, so over there in the newsfeed, when I, let's say, when I go in the newsfeed and I just put Sputnik or Russia Today, bad dudes, and I give a title, but I don't give the entire title. I don't type the entire, not like that, more like that. I don't put the whole title because it takes like other people. I don't use this. When I do all this, I don't have to write like this. I write a little bit. And usually when you write just a few keywords, bam, it comes. When it's Reuters, when it's Associated Press, when it's CNN, immediately comes the article. If I do Sputnik, or as I said, the Russians or other unapproved, you know what I mean? And I put the keywords, you don't find it. You find all the other garbage. You don't find that until you put it word by word. And sometimes you don't, the whole title with capital letters as well. If you don't use capital letters, you don't find it. So it's no But that's how freedom works in the free world. Anyway, so you have to go into the newspaper. We're still allowed to do that. Thank God. And then you go in there and you find over there the same. And again, in that, you find it. So anyway, let's see what this article all about. Or I have two of them, actually, from the evil people, Sputnik, and from Russia Today. As I said, the other guys, the other weasels had it, but I'm not going to use them because I boycott them. U.S. nuclear plant reveals facility spilled 400,000 gallons of radioactive water. Did you know that? But send more weapons to Ukraine. The Gopher state is home to 2 nuclear plants and is not strange to spills of the radioactive variety. In fact, its Monticello plant previously reported leaks in 1981 and 2009. State regulators in Minnesota revealed on Thursday that officials are monitoring the ongoing cleanup efforts of some 400,000 gallons of radioactive water spills at the Monticello nuclear power plant. And where is that going? Is it going, if it's in Minnesota, it probably goes in the, Great Lakes? We'll find out. So, local officials indicate the leak poses no health and safety risk to the local community and environment. Local media, yeah, okay. Officials, yeah, okay. And that it has not reached the Mississippi, or it goes to Mississippi, nor any drinking water sources. The Minnesota plant sits some 35 miles upstream from the river, which provides 23% of the nation's drinking water. I like this word, radioactive spillage, and then you have Mississippi River, and you have provides 23% of the nation's drinking water. Well. Did you hear about that? Do you think this is important or not? A release issued by the Minnesota Department of Health states officials have managed to recover some 20% of the contamination through extraction wells, with tainted water being for what? Tainted water being regularly pumped from groundwater. They've diluted it, that's it. All right. Oh, pumped. Yeah, okay. Well, and nevertheless, that I think gives you a little confidence to drink water. Good luck. Again, this is from the other bad dudes, Russia Today. A Minnesota facility disclosed that tritium water spill. Trillium, what the hell? But I know I tried to use the whatever chemical. Tritium water spill after applying for a license extension. Well. Thank you very much. So, yeah, if you want to drink some more, it says that the Monticello facility had a leak of around 2,000 gallons in 1981. Yeah, that's nice. So I think it's very comforting, the fact, telling us the fact that there is a spillage. And just so you know, I don't want to create panic, but I think you should be panicked a little bit, you know what I mean? I would be panicked, I don't know. First, I don't I don't believe when these guys tell me, oh, it's there's no problem with the contamination. Remember, if this would have happened without the Ukraine war, you might have heard it a big time. And if it would have been under, let's say, Trump or something like that, again, would have been a big environmental disaster, and global warming and AOC and other BBB would show up, and cuckoo heads talking about we need to get rid of that wind and solar energy and renewable. Yeah, you can use that too on top of that. But these guys have this mentality of it's an infantile mentality. Why an infantile? Because that's how children, infants think, if we know what infants think. Very low when they think that they can protect 100% from everything. Let's say removing guns from the law-abiding citizens in the United States will be no more mass shootings. I hope so, but that's unrealistic if you look at it. The same, if we take cars, there are not going to be more car accidents. That's true, but is it viable? You're going to have trucks. How are you going to transport your food or your little latte or whatever you drink, soybean? Yeah, soy. How are you going to transport that? You're going to levitate or something? You're going to need them, more or less. And you can't just be a sterile environment. You can't. And then, be safe. You can't be safe. I mean, right now, an airplane may fall on my head. So yeah, be safe. Or who knows, I got some crazies showing up and say, well, guys, it's the end of the world. We got to help you meet Jesus firsthand. No. And one thing that I think this country, and I know not only this country, will experience would be an invasion of certain cities or certain neighborhoods by other people from other neighborhoods, armed or in their neighborhoods trying to simply rob them. You're going to see that when things are going to be bad in certain neighborhoods, you're going to see gangs coming, overwhelming the population if they don't have guns to defend themselves. That's one of the reasons why certain countries do not attack other countries or invade other countries or move into other countries, because they have armies. And that's the same reason why many people do not show up at your doorstep, kick your door in and get whatever they want, because there's police with guns and they are afraid that you have guns as well, not only the whomever, the robber. So here we have a spillage, a leakage. But don't worry. The government told us that everything is fine, and no problem. Well, what can you do? Nothing. Just spread the news and keep these guys to the fire. Keep their feet to the fire, but you can with this mass media. Works with them like. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.